Welcome everybody to another Freedom 35ers exclusive interview with Yummi Universe and the dev team there. This is the first of its kind to go through the white paper that's being announced or is dropped at this time as you're currently listening. My name is Tommy. I go by Tomy.
My name is TJ. I go by Lazy T.
And I am the other Tom. I go by Lavish Bear.
And tonight we're joined by three of the devs over on the Yummi Universe team. Nick, SupFrost, Fan2Robot, and DJ Zero Action. Guys, welcome onto the stream.
Thank you so much.
Hi, guys.
It's awesome to have you in. Guys, it's always fun when we start to do these things because sometimes it's the people's first time kind of jumping on camera or in front of it, being representing for projects. Is this anybody's first time jumping onto something like this?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It's so much fun.
Nice.
Yeah, we're always so excited to get to do these and get to see the name, the faces behind some of the names that we interact with every single day in chat. And, it's whether it's just an emoji, a little stabby that's just out there and everybody's kind of just spamming that. It's so much fun. So we really appreciate you guys getting a chance to talk with us tonight. And we're excited to learn a little bit about more what you guys have been working on and kind of to showcase some of the hard work behind the scenes tonight. So again, thank you guys. And I kind of wanted to kick it off. We'll let you guys kind of start. Nick, we can kind of start with you. SupFrost, can you guys kind of give us a little bit about your role inside the Yummi team and what you guys do there?
Yeah, absolutely. So I initially joined because I had a web development experience. So I've been responsible for mostly integrating the smart contracts, doing UI, the staking lookup websites we're about to showcase. And then further down the line, of course, the staking website itself with the whole UI UX that comes with that.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, and
okay.
Go ahead.
All right, staking questions for Nick then. All right, or SupFrost.
Yep.
So yeah, we got that.
And then how about Fan2Robot?
Hi, I'm Fan2Robot. Most people know me under Yummi Whale name. And what I do at Yummi Universe is I think about things. I come up with our component and I design them basically. I've been thinking on and off about on the last 6 months on this paper, and this is my role. I design.
Awesome. That's exciting. I got some questions for you tonight, especially. And then DJ Zero Action.
Yeah, I am DJ Zero Action. I've been a moderator for Yummi for over half a year now. On the white paper, I've been working on the staking rewards, and I also do music for Yummi Universe. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, again, it's awesome to hear a little bit of each different perspective inside of this team that you guys have built here. And I know for us, it's been fun to see you guys kind of grow over this last year. I know you guys are coming up on the official 1-year anniversary of Yummi Universe. It's April 21 was when it launched, right? Were any of you guys back there during that initial kind of concept time? Were you following Yummi back when it was originally, starting to launch?
No, I personally wasn't. I only joined basically September-ish.
Okay, so right before the launch of the 10Ks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I saw them on Twitter back in Q2 of 2021 when they launched the original. But yeah, I didn't get any. So
that's amazing. And how about you, Fan?
Well, it's a bit of a strange story. So I saw them at the time before Narus were to mint, and I was crazy. I was like, wow, they are really, really cool. I want them. I want a lot of them. So here we were, day one, and me buying 100 of them on CNFT.io. And that's how I discovered Yummi Universe.
Awesome. So you guys have all been on the more recent side. I mean, recent in this space. I mean, 6 months feels like an eternity sometimes with so much stuff that goes through. So that's very cool to know. I know, obviously, once the release had happened, they had to kind of scale up and start building a team around them because they had such ambitious plans for the project. And it's been fun to chat with David about kind of the visionary and Shannon with the artists and what they've built. But you guys are kind of the ones that are powering this team right now and getting it to be able to do what we all want it to do. So we kind of wanted to highlight the Litepaper that's getting released here on the 31st and kind of go through some of that stuff, break down the Yummi coin, the tokenomics of this stuff, how it's going to get distributed. And then at the end of the day, what are we going to be able to do with the Yummi coin itself? And how is that going to interact with the game going forward into the end of the year? So I'm going to go ahead and pull up now just a screen of the actual Litepaper itself and kind of walk us through a little bit of this stuff. To start us off, and that's a great image to start with.
I just wanted to say, Tommy, it's cool hearing when you guys got into things. Just because, you know, I got in at the first 10K mint. What's going on with the laptop here, Tommy? What's going on,
Gordon?
I guess. Gordon is struggling today. Yeah.
Gordon is
Tommy's
struggling.
computer exploded again, so we're on the backup laptop.
Guys,
but I'm sorry. So I got in for the original 10K, and Tommy was actually in a little bit before that. He was into NFTs before that, and had stumbled across Yummi before that as well, and got in on some of their original drops. There we go. All right, nice. So it's interesting just to hear like how they've grown from our side, and then getting to talk to you guys now, which we've been looking forward to this Litepaper and setting this up before the Litepaper came out. So it's great to finally talk with you and just kind of hear how Yummi's had to grow and expand as they've come along, and added in all these new features that, you know, a couple of them we're about to talk about right now, but it's just exciting stuff. So we're such big fans, like we said before the show, of this project in general.
Yeah, absolutely. And excuse the computer problems. We've had some issues with my computer this past week.
So right.
We're adjusting though, and we're making it work. So yeah, this is the Yummi Universe Litepaper. This is something that everybody's kind of been eagerly waiting for to see what you guys have been working on, and we're excited tonight to kind of get to ask you guys some questions and go through it a little bit. But for you guys, I mean, you know, what about Yummi Universe kind of drew you in to this project? What got you kind of excited and wanting to even be a part of this team?
Okay, I will start. It was a cuteness, honestly. It's just so cute. I cannot get over it. That's about it. And when I came for the cuteness, I stayed for the community. I found people that I really liked. I really bonded with them. And slowly by slowly, I'm here.
That's one of the better words too. It's one of the ones I hear most often, you know, said with the people posting their pictures of Yummi on Twitter and things like that. Is that how cute they are? Tommy, I think you've used it a few times too. When you post like, you know, the cutest NFT project, you know, one of our favorites. So it's definitely right there. I know that's kind of the look that that the artist goes for as well, to kind of fit in. I mean, you know, it's obvious. Just look at it. It's the first thing that jumps out. You know, Tom, you're sharing the Twitter here, but for sure.
Well, I wanted to showcase, because I guess the big draw for me about you know, Yummi Universe was the fact that it was inspired by Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Digimon, Moshi Monsters. You guys, it was that childhood thing that I used to love growing up with, the games that I played, and you guys were replicating that on the blockchain. And that was the draw for me. And then on top of that, the artwork and everything, it just worked. It was perfect. The Narus, we've kind of compared them to like the Pikachu. It's like your Pikachu out there. It's like the mascot that really runs this. So that's kind of the draw that originally got I think a lot of people into it. Probably it kind of tapped at that string. So going forward now, obviously it's got to have some sort of mechanics. It's got to have some sort of background to actually make that work though, in order to be on the blockchain. I kind of wanted to walk through with you guys. You know, obviously we're going through this. It kind of gives you a little highlight of everything that you guys have done. You know, again, coming up on a year right now in April of 2021 already. You guys have sold through the Series 1, the NFTs, the boxed, the unboxed, the playing cards. And that kind of gave, like you said, that hype to Yummi, where we all kind of found it at the 10K, you know, stage, where everybody went and bought these profile pics. And eventually that evolved into the seasonals, which is one of the coolest mechanics, I think, inside of CNFTs and just NFTs in general, where you get to burn an actual NFT in order to get the next Spoopy or winter or spring, as we're about to find out.
Wind spring, yeah.
Yeah, everybody, when spring, right? You guys got any info for that? And then
No.
I'd like to know myself.
Yeah. So outside of that, though, you guys, we have now, you know, we have these NFTs. There's 10,000 of the original 10K Narus, and there's 10,000 of the seasonal ones as well. And this kind of brings us to where we're at now with this Litepaper, is that there's going to be the Yummi token that's going to be getting dropped, and you guys are going to be phasing us out in different ways, and this is kind of what we wanted to start with. the Yummi coin. Can you guys kind of explain what the Yummi token is and the utility behind it and what the goal is, introducing this into the ecosystem?
Yeah, I can tackle that. Okay, so our token, the Yummi token, will be the sole one we have and will be used to everything we have in our ecosystem, from governance to the game to our marketplace, where we will have an option for people to buy with Yummi. It's really a mixed bag of everything. And this is where its value comes from. This is where its utility comes from.
Okay. And the first step will be, it's going to start because there's going to be multiple ways you guys distribute it. I know that there's going to be airdrop distribution for people that hold Yummies. There's going to be also staking built in. Here's the breakdown, but I know there's going to be staking built in where you can be able to stake Yummies for periods of time, and then they'll be returned to you with the amount of Yummi token you got for staking it for that period. I know some of it, like the one thing I like that I saw when I saw this, the breakdown, was the team here. You guys, it just shows, I mean, from the last sit down we did with David and talking to you guys, that you guys believe in the project, because part of the payments are going to be coming from, you're almost broken it down even to kind of like a salary, which we paid out over time to you guys through Yummi token. So that's just the kind of faith that you guys as a team have. I enjoyed seeing that quite a bit. But I'm sorry, I got distracted a little bit there. The first step, is it going to be, I didn't think, from what I remember reading, it wasn't going to be staking first, right? It'll be an airdrop at first to the 10K holders.
So the first thing that will happen is an airdrop for people that hold the old season 1 NFTs. And it's really small. It's like 3% of it. No, it's 0.5 or something of the total supply. It's not a lot, but it's meant to not be a lot. It's meant as a reward for the long-term holder, people that have been fans from a long time.
Yeah.
The
but
intended
people will still
way,
be very satisfied with amounts, I think.
They have a nice amount, honestly, at the beginning, and it's also rarity based. So if you have a rare season 1, you will have a lot of tokens to again reward the holders. And the intended distribution method is through staking, and you can call that an NFT staking initial distribution if you want. And we think it's a kind of new way to do things.
Yeah, I think that was one of the things I love about that. You guys always give utility to everything that you guys have ever created in here. I like, inside of this, you kind of break down each of the different rarities and quantities of each of the different OG Naru cars, the tester cars, the Sunday swap cars, the glitched, the shinies, boxed versus unboxed. So depending on which kind of rarity you guys hold, those will kind of tier up the different Yummi rewards that you guys will be airdropped, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
You still hold on to that box, Tommy?
I still hold on to my box, yes.
Nice.
But
all right.
so that was one of the aspects that I really appreciate. So outside of the actual airdrop, for people who actually hold the stuff, there's also going to be an airdrop distribution method that you can claim through drip drops for the Yummi pool delegators as well.
Yep.
So how is that going to work? Do you guys have any kind of thing that you can kind of share with us on that? Is it going to be over a certain time period in each epic you're going to be able to claim certain things? Is it going to be an all-in-one kind of thing? Is there anything that you can speak on that?
We still need to finish the details about the Yummi pool, but it will go through multiple epoch till staking start, most likely.
Okay. All right, perfect. And then outside of that, so the staking portion of this, which we can kind of move into, this is the part that is really cool, and the visual stuff that I think people are going to really enjoy as well. So these are where you actually take your NFTs, and you guys have your own website now where you're going to be able to connect your wallet to this, correct?
Yes.
And then from there, you can kind of see everything inside of your wallet. And what you guys kind of explain this a little bit as well. This is kind of a little bit of a first inside, or one of the first movers inside this space to be able to do something like this. Can you guys explain how this kind of works and what the time length and what to expect if you are going to be staking your Narus?
Yeah, so the staking website, we're first launching the lookup website. So we want to give people a chance to view their potential rewards before we launch staking. So the interface that you're seeing here is going to be mostly similar to what the staking website will be. Of course, we'll add stuff for interactions and everything. But right here, you can filter down on attributes. You can search by number filter the collection. If you connect your wallet, you can toggle on that it only shows the owned Naru. And it basically works on the attribute rarities. And it's a little bit different than just the rank of Naru. So as DJ, basically made all the calculations for the rewards for the rarity ranks. They're different because we're not taking into account the background here. We're only taking into account the headwear, the face, and the body, as you can see up top. And that makes it so that even if you have a not so rare Naru, it might still yield a lot of Yummy because it has one really rare attribute. The other two attributes bring down the rarity over the rank overall, but the rarity of that one attribute brings up the Yummy rewards. So we're going to see an interesting dynamic there in the market, I think, where people try to compare and snipe Naru, which are rewarding a lot of Yummy, basically.
I like that. It makes it almost like fair across the board. It's like a different rarity chart for the staking in a sense. I like that a lot.
Yeah, but they do reflect the original rarity ranks pretty well, I would say. It's in the same ballpark.
So
I was going to say there wouldn't be like. Go ahead.
Yeah, more for the more rare one, obviously. Then
the floor Narus will still get the lowest rewards, and the most rare Narus will still get the highest rewards.
That just makes sense too, because that's part of why they're rare. Like if they have the attribute that is only in 1% of Yummies, then that's going to be a well-rewarded attribute. So that does make sense to some degree. But it is cool how there can be some more value added to some of the lower ones. Even though you're still going to be making maybe the lowest, it'll still have more than you would generally expect. If you guys just went and kind of ranked them by rarity or whatever, as to go through and actually individually price out each piece, really adds a lot more value to them.
Well, the cool thing that I really enjoy too, which like you said, the secondary market's about to get interesting when this drops, because again, you see like the traits and just using this as an example, I think the rewards like tier like exponentially if you really look at some of these rarities, like rarity rankings that are under 1%. Are yielding so much more Yummy, and again, are these numbers finalized yet? Or are you guys still balancing out some of the stuff?
The OGs are about finalized this, and we will release all this website tomorrow with the white paper.
Awesome. Okay, so everybody will be able to go up here and actually connect their wallets to be able to see the Narus that they hold currently.
Yes.
Yeah. One thing important to outline: the number you see, it's monthly. Per month, you would make that amount of Yummy. But when we will release the staking site, we will have 3 different staking lengths.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you choose, for example, 3 weeks staking length, you will receive less than that, but the calculation are the same.
Yeah. Okay. We will give a little bit of a bonus for longer staking periods you choose. Yeah.
Can you guys explain a little bit about the staking itself? So how does that actually work? Does that Naru now get out of my wallet and into the website? Does it get locked into a smart contract? How does that work?
Yes. So, So when you will stake your Naru, it will basically be sent along with transaction to a smart contract, which will hold your Naru hostage. Basically, we'll put it in a playground where it can play with the other stake Naru. And your Yummy tokens. And when the mission basically ends, when it comes back home from the playground, it brings along some Yummy tokens it's found along the way. And that's just it. The Naru will be out of your wallet for the staking period. Yes.
Yeah, but you can still, you'll still be able to go on this website and look which Naru is shown, of course.
Absolutely.
So it'll be a daycare with the other Yummies. I love it.
Yeah.
I love the analogy that you guys do with that. That's so much fun.
So,
so when you guys have those certain time periods, is there any way to pull out before that time period's up, or is it locked into that time period?
It is locked.
Okay. All right. So people have a decision, right? So it's not just I'm going to decide to maybe do this for a little bit and then get out. It has to commit fully.
Yeah, you have to commit.
Okay.
And have you
finalized by design
the 3 time periods yet? Are you still working out the kind of details, like what the 3 different tiers will be?
Most likely, it's going to be 3, 5, and 7 weeks. It can change.
Yeah, that's not too long. And I mean, in this space, like we say, it could be long, but I like that over there. So with these Yummy tokens, you're going to be earning. Does it kind of show, like you said, I guess it only shows it monthly right now. You're not going to be able to see like in live time, like what your current Yummi holdings are, or how will that information display at all?
We could simulate it on the website, yes. Once your Naru staked, we could show you an estimate. Of course, it won't show up live in your wallet, but we can do basically the same like MinSwap is doing now, right? Like they show you the amount of min you're farming, and then once you click that harvest button, it actually shows up in your wallet. We'll be kind of doing the same, but it just happens automatically at the end of the staking period.
That's awesome. Yeah. And I really appreciate the technology and stuff that you guys have behind us. I'm sure this is not a simple task at all to be able to do something like this. What were some of the challenges you guys faced in getting this set up?
Well, the challenge here becomes where you need to take into account that the blockchain can be congested. Basically, every project has had issues with it. And you need to account for so many different circumstances. And it's just a lot of error catching, making sure it works, what happens when something doesn't work the way it's supposed to work. And like, you just need to make sure that people do not lose their Naru or rewards, or nothing bad happens, basically.
Yeah, I know you guys had to have been working when Cardano and everything right after the new year really started to slow down, especially with the launch of Sunday Swap and all that happening. So I can only imagine what that was like. I guess one thing, what you can, or a question I'm sure people will have is that, how do we know, or what is my Naru safe when I get it out of my wallet and leave it into your platform?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're doing thorough testing. Like you've probably seen the tweet. So basically the first staking transaction was a few weeks ago already. And we're taking a lot of time to thoroughly test this and make sure that everything is okay before launching it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, obviously it sounds like you guys have been working on this for a while. I can't imagine. Anytime you guys, is one thing I do love about Yummi, is that anytime something comes out, it is pristine, it is top quality, and you guys do it right, and you take your time in the right ways, which is what I appreciate about you guys. So I just wanted to kind of highlight this website over here. I really do appreciate this, and I know TJ does as well. It's this light and dark mode right here.
I was gonna say it's a small things, but that's even like one big thing that me and TJ both appreciate quite a bit. All right, go back, Tommy. Come on now.
And you can also click on the grid view up in the right corner.
Down below. Yeah, there you go.
I got you. Sorry, my Zoom guys are in the way right now. Let's see if that works. Perfect. Oh, I actually like that a lot better.
Cool. Yeah. Then you can see the names of each trade.
Okay,
you can also sort by reward to focus the biggest reward some lucky people will have.
I can do what with that? I'm sorry.
On the right.
You can sort by the rewards.
Ooh, okay.
See right there. Yeah.
Okay.
And those are the big boys.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so those are the ones that you want. Obviously, those are the legendary. Those Narus over there, and I'm sure those are gonna, like what I know David today, you said that we, no lore, no story or anything like that, so we won't get any hints into that. But I'm assuming these are gonna play a role, very big.
Yeah, these are very nice.
I had to scrap all those questions.
Right. All right. No, these are some of the most, even the most, one of the most iconic ones that was in the space, especially when you were in the early days, was over from Stale over at CNFT.io, who had purchased this for, I don't know, was it 50,000 or 60,000 ADA at the time?
It was 60,000, I think.
Oh, man, that's such a cool Naru over here, as well, the Fire Elemental. And then obviously the shinies and these different ones. So I'm curious to see how these are going to play out. One thing I did want to go ahead and actually talk about. So the 10Ks the only ones you're going to be able to see for now, are the seasonals built into this as well?
They are built in. You can go into collection on the left and sort by collection.
Okay. So that was what I was going to be curious about too, because obviously you have the the legendary versions of each different Spoopy in the winter, and I know the springs will have theirs as well. So these are a significant difference, as you can see, and the rewards versus the legendaries of the actual 10K collection versus the actual seasonal collection. Obviously, I know you guys time to tie everything back to that 10K collection. Can you guys explain a little bit about the seasons and how things become in season and how those rewards work? Because I know you earn a little bit more during certain seasons for holding different ones of these.
Yeah, well, the value of the Yummi change once all the seasons are out and the the pool of the seasonal Yummies are completed in a sense.
Yeah, so we have the year is divided into 4 seasons, and for the example, the Spoopies is the autumn season. So during the autumn season, the 3 months, you will have 4 times as much reward from staking in that
Alright.
time.
Okay.
Yeah. So overall, we have 50,000, 50 million allocated Yummi tokens to staking overall, but 10 million is allocated to seasons only, and yeah, we have the spoopies. We want to encourage the burning of spoopies, so they actually get a much lower reward. And then as they get burned, they get fewer, and then they actually climb up the rarity ranks, and they also get more rewards.
Yeah.
That was
So
going to be a question.
right now, as the Winter Narus, because they're only 2,000 right now, they have a much higher rewards.
That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, that was going to be a question too. Of like right now, currently the Winter Narus are earning more, but as more and more new seasons get added on, I'm assuming
they will also earn a similar amount. Yeah.
Well, I really
So
like how you spread it out by seasons. It incentivizes holding one of each, from your standpoint, but also, I mean, I don't know what you're doing if you don't got all the seasons yet so far. Come on now.
So
They're so fantastic.
I've seen rumbles of different ideas for these upcoming, the spring version of these. Last time around, I think it was like a little over 2,000 of these winters got minted last time because it was a 1-to-1 burn mechanic as far as what 10K you held, or how many 10Ks you held. Are you guys sticking with that going forward? I know for this next mint, or have you guys? I know you haven't officially announced anything, but are you guys committed to kind of keeping the same precedent for this next drop? And then I've also seen other rumblings of the 10K is kind of your whitelist, and you can, if you however many spoopies or seasonals you have, you can burn as many of those that you have, but the 10K is your ticket.
So about that, it wasn't really decided by us. It was voted by the community that you needed one OG for one season. And if people complain or they think we should redo a vote, yes, we are up to redoing a vote and changing the system if people think so.
Okay.
Community first, always.
Absolutely. That was why we covered that in the first place. It was so much fun to see that. It was fun to be part of that decision with you guys. Because again, at the end of the day, the community is asking for what you guys want, and you guys listen. And this is why probably I see other projects similar. Even I think more recently, Happy Hoppers made a decision. They may possibly do their Gen 2s in this similar manner to how the Narus are doing these. So I really appreciate it. You guys are innovating in this space, but I really do like the game that gets played when now, how many of each season am I going to want to own as these things start to release? Do you guys have plans for like a set plan list of number of seasons you're doing, or are you looking to do 4 for the first year and kind of see where it goes from there?
4
4, but it's unclear if we will overlap the seasons. So, for example, put a new one on top of the Spoopies in that season. That's unclear right now. But the 4 seasons, there will always only be 4 seasons.
Okay. And then I wanted to ask, so you said did you say it was 50 million for staking for the Narus early on?
50 million is the tokens delegated to
that's just the initial pool though, then too,
each
right?
month per month.
And that's just the initial pool though, right? Because eventually that could run out, but over time as you guys have the game come out and other marketplaces and stuff like that, that pot will kind of be replenished through that as well to kind of continue staking. That's correct?
No, it's not actually correct, because this is for each month. We have this amount of tokens being available for those who want to stake. So next month we have another 50.
Okay. I understand. I thought that was the total amount for the whole thing, and then continues to replenish the pot. I understand now. That's the total for the month. I understood. Okay, so that's where everything draws.
If you go in tokenomics, you have this ecosystem fund, and that 80% of the total token. Those 50 millions, they come from here, and the funds for the game, they will come from here.
Okay, because I know that's a large percentage. I think that's why you guys did that, right? 80% is to fund the ecosystem of with the game. Like that makes sense, though. So there will always ever be 10 billion of the Yummies as far as the supply of these go.
Yes.
Okay. So who are any of you guys directly involved with the actual tokenomics of setting these limits? Or were any of you guys directly involved with setting these limits right here?
Yeah, I made them.
Did you?
Yeah,
What kind of experience do you have? And was this the first time really getting to set something up like this, or have you always kind of really been into stuff like this and studied it?
It was the first time, but I studied it. I did a lot of research. I looked a lot at what others were doing in the space. And after a lot of revision and simulation, I came up with this number, which I'm mostly happy with. I think it's fair. I think it's sustainable. And that's what matters.
Yes, absolutely. Well, that's good. That's fun. And it's fun to see like the backstories of how this all is getting created, because I think everybody has high hopes, like you said, for the game. And it's fun to see you guys, hear a little bit about the backstory of how this stuff is happening over there. So moving forward out there, the Naru staking is going to be like the main, the first thing that's kind of happening. I know you guys have had the beginning of Q2 is when you guys are looking to have this happen.
Yes,
correct.
Okay. So that's coming up here soon. I know I heard something possibly in April if everything goes well, but not obviously can't commit to that date yet.
No,
yeah,
that's what we're aiming for, but we can't commit. No.
Right. Well, that's completely fine with me. So I think the interesting thing over here now I'm realizing after I got a chance to read this is that I went for the Spoopy or the seasonal whale roll inside the Discord for the 25 instead of focusing on the 10Ks. So obviously I may want to shake some of that up a little bit. But so the 10Ks will always, like we said, are the main focus on this stuff if you're really looking to earn that Yummi coin. What I wanted to kind of move forward to, you guys, the self-funding over here is that you guys sometimes, somebody trying to build something as big as what you guys are trying to do, build a game, build a universe, build a possible animated series and manga down the line. People always ask, where you get your money from? Are you guys funded? How is that being done? Do you have somebody behind all this? And it seems to you guys are all self-funding all the work that you guys are doing, which means that you guys have full creative control to do what you want to do. Can you guys speak at all on that, or does this a big factor for you guys?
Yeah. Of course it is. It's really big. So to fund a project like this, you have multiple choices. You sell your token into an IDO, an initial DEX offering, or something else. You look for private investors, or you self-fund it through a sale of NFTs. We decided for the latter because for us, it seems it's the most fair. We involve the community since the beginning, and it's a community project, so it's what makes the most sense. On the other hand, we could have done an IDO or look for private funding, but we really don't want to be classified as a security and have legal problem down the line. So
right.
Self-funding looked like the best option for us.
Right. Well, that kind of ties back to the first set of Yummi booster packs that you guys are going to be selling in order to kind of continue this. In the beginning, you guys are going to be selling those first ones, not with the Yummi coin itself, but you guys are going to be selling that via ADA. And that's kind of to get you guys started. So I like that you guys are announcing that inside of here, and it's not a surprise to anybody. And then all future card packs, I believe these booster packs are going to be with the Yummi token after that.
Yes.
Okay.
Exclusively, yeah.
So I know you guys can't talk too much about the actual packs or anything, the boosters, but those are all stuff that we're excited about. And I think here in a little bit, maybe we'll showcase off some of the some of the things that you can get, or some of the early designs that you guys are finalizing right now.
We can talk a little bit about packs if you want.
We can go ahead.
It's not set in stone infos, like it will change, like most likely, but we have some info. The first packs, it will be more than 100 cards. It's what we want. It will be divided in 2 packs, just like Pokemon's do 2 versions. And the 2 versions will have 50 cards each. Okay.
So there'll be 100 different total cards. I know.
At least, yeah.
At least, yeah. We are aiming at 100 at least total cards.
Okay, so that'll be fun. So kind of like how the original red and blue Pokemon, or most of all Pokemon now, they have some sort of 2 version of this. So you'll get each side. So that's going to be fun to collect over there as well. I don't know if you guys have decided. Do you know how many? We don't know how many cards are going to be inside of one of those packs yet, do we?
Between 3 and 5 for now, but again, not.
And that would draw then from the total pool of 50 which would draw from that 100 pool depending on which version you get, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you get 3 to 5, and you have a possibility at 5 out of that 50 versions, from that version. I mean, which I think is interesting because it's just going to see hopefully see some trades and people get active, like kind of trading them back and forth, like you did with Pokemon, especially.
Yeah.
Since it's going to be pack style. There's potential for possibly getting some I guess duplicates of some of like the different ones. So that would just kind of like, I'll trade this to you because I don't have that one, you don't have this one. Let's make it happen.
Yeah.
I like that a
We
lot.
want to go back to
Exactly.
childhood.
Exactly. Yeah, 100%. I'm all about it.
Trading
Oh,
and
the
collecting.
Holographic or rare cards in the packs?
Not and this first one, no. But
Okay.
later down the road, yeah, definitely we want to experiment with that.
It's called shiny, TJ.
Yeah, they're shiny. They're not holographic
Call
over here.
holographic, bro. Come on.
Right. Well, moving, like I said, we were talking about the different cards, the packs, and everything like that. You guys gave us a little bit about some previews over here, and again, the game UI. I absolutely love this. It looks amazing. The artwork and stuff that they're doing, and it you can kind of see down there on the bottom right over there. Is that where the card packs that you were going to be able to get through these boosters are going to be able to be used in game or be displayed in game through here? And it looks like there's going to be trainers in here, as well as not just the Yummi creatures. We're actually going to have trainers that we're going to be able to utilize in battle as well, which I love this artwork, by the way.
That was the one I was talking about, the one with the beanie and the psychic like powers and stuff going on.
Yeah. So there's how many? You get to use one trainer at a time.
Yes,
as
one
far as
trainer
that.
per team, which give a global boost.
Okay. So that's fun to go. And then this is the first time everybody will get a chance to see this over here. Do you guys have a final name on this one?
Spike.
Spike? Okay.
We don't know if it's final, but for now it's Spike. Yeah.
For now, it's Spike. I love that right there. That's that's a cool design. I think it's just one of the ones that we got a chance to see a while back too. We kind of got teased this, and this kind of made us all smile. We were super excited to see the design for these outside, because obviously the Narus are, everybody recognizes those, and they're super cute. It was like, well, what else do you guys have? Is that kind of just the only thing? And then you see something like this, and I was just like, I have full confidence in whatever you guys are designing now, because you guys have like the right vision. It feels like for what the right.
Is there a level cap in the game?
That hasn't been decided. A lot of the game design has still to be done once we get funding.
Gotcha.
So we're moving. We got some just teasers over here, and so there's a third aspect to this too. So you have your trainer, you have the actual creature, and then you have moves. And so there's the third aspect to this as well. You're gonna actually be able to get the certain moves from the packs.
Yeah. So you have one trainer, which gives a global boost. Then you have Yummis, which are the monsters. And those monsters, they need abilities. And moves are monster abilities.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun to see. So there's obviously, I'm assuming there'll probably be, this is NFTs, right? They're going to be some rare or more powerful moves than some other ones that you'll get a chance to do. So that's cool. That was a new aspect, which I didn't see coming over here.
Me either.
Well,
No, that was the one surprise for me. That was the one I wasn't ready for.
So, okay, so your total card pack or your thing will be of 4 monsters, and then your moves will be the Yummies that you can perform. So that's cool. Moving forward into this too, you guys have plans to have PvP tournaments as well as an adventure mode in here. And these PvP tournaments are going to be how you're going to be able to earn some of the Yummi as well. Is there anything that you guys can comment on any of this aspect of this?
Not really. I think
Other than maybe I'm excited.
Oh yeah, I'm
Yeah.
fully excited. I can't wait to go on this multi-year adventure. Honestly,
Right. Well, that's one thing too, because I'm a big, obviously PvP is always fun. That's something that I hopefully one day I'll be able to log on even onto my phone or something. I'll be able to play the game, right? Of battling these monsters. But the adventure mode is also something I'm very curious about, because like you said, that's where those legendaries, it feels like you're going to be able to start to explore what the story is behind them. And learn a little bit more about those ecosystems. I think that's a huge flex too for anybody who does own any of those ones right there.
I like the option too. Like you can earn Yummi playing the game, but you obviously earn money staking. So you can lock your Naru up and stake and make Yummi, but then you also can take your Yummi out and play the game and earn Yummi. So there's multiple ways to earn that token, which I think is great.
Yeah.
Right. And the adventure mode and all this stuff, is this all planned to be kind of in the web app, similar to is the staking website going to be separate from like or is this going to be eventually an all-in-one kind of thing where you can get into the game or get into the staking aspect, or are they going to be two separate places to go to?
It will be more like like the web app will be into the game.
Okay.
Yeah,
that makes more sense.
So we will have a full Windows client and maybe also mobile later. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, mobile. Once Cardano gets the light wallet functionality and are able to fully do that right, that's when they think things are going to get fun over here on Cardano.
Yeah,
and especially for the gaming aspect too, for you guys, like, you know, as this gets designed, you know, everybody is mobile these days, even if it's on an iPad. So I think that, you know, that would be a cool feature eventually to move forward to. So outside of that, again, I know you guys were talking about the village of different things. And in addition to that, you guys have some governance as well by holding some of this Yummi. Can you guys explain anything about that?
Yeah, sure. So as we said, governance and community as a whole is very important to us. And that's why we want to give our community power in the development, power in the game by controlling patches and things like that. And so how will work governance is that you have to stake Yummi. Governance is something you earn as opposed to something you have like that. And that's about it for now.
Okay. So you'll have some sort of rights inside of there. Well, it's not necessarily like a DAO type thing. But you guys are part of that community by owning a portion of that Yummi inside of there. And if you own any kind of Yummi, you are part of that. You're able to be involved in those decisions for whatever they are.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, but it is a DAO. It's a decentralized organization.
Okay, so it is okay. So there'll be its own. Okay, that's fun. That's something I can get behind right there. I don't want to. Everybody can kind of take a look at the graph and stuff like that and read through that. And then lastly is the marketplace over here as well. So this will kind of be where you can spend and receive some of this Yummi. Can you guys kind of go through some of this as well? Is this the marketplace? Is that going to be outside of just the card packs? There's going to be other things that you guys are going to be able to do with this in here. Can you guys speak anything as to behind the marketplace itself and what the functionality of this is?
Okay, so yeah, the marketplace is intended just for cards and maybe your other collection if there are demand for that. And the special thing with our marketplace is that it will accept both currencies. It will accept ADA and it will accept Yummi. So you will be able to create a listing in ADA or Yummi or both, and people will be able to buy it. Another interesting thing is that we can use the fees for different purposes. When you will pay with Yummi, your fees will go back into the treasury to fund the game and to fund staking further. And when it's ADA, it will work normally to collect royalties. And some people might ask, why do we do a marketplace? Because there are really good marketplace right now on Cardano. It's to concentrate the supply of cards. We found that really important to have a special UI to accommodate all our feature or all the differences we will have. And that's about it.
Yeah, make it as accessible as possible for the people actually playing the game also.
Yeah,
not just people who invest in NFTs. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, you don't want to have to go to a secondary website to go ahead and purchase something and kind of take you out of that in-game experience. You have to learn that also and
an extra wallet there.
Have it all in one app. That's better.
Yeah. It's all user experience, right? You guys want to be an all-in-one kind of hub.
Yeah.
I think that's important.
An ecosystem.
Yeah. So that's okay. So then eventually, guys, I know this is some of the stuff that we're all getting a chance tonight to go ahead and rock some of the merchandise over here. I know TJ and Tom are waiting on some of their stuff. These things sold out. They were really cool. This is one of my favorite things that I've owned right now. Do you guys own a bunch of this stuff, or do you guys get any of this dropped to you guys when all this stuff started to come out?
I bought all of them in black.
These you guys, I know they're doing is it a pop-up shop over in London at some point this year?
Yeah.
So that's going to be fun. I told David that I might just fly to London just to go inside the store and actually get a chance to purchase some of this stuff because it does look so good. But this is a huge area that I think as this brand grows and as the game goes on, that it's very commercial. It feels like they can really brand and market this very well. The design for everything is just very clean. And that's one of the reasons I think this project, I'm so excited about it. But everybody rocking the Yummi swag over here, I absolutely love it. And this was one of the original images we saw back in the day, because I think if I read right, with the Hungry Naru brand prior to the Yummi Universe, they were trying to actually sell some of this stuff, and weren't successful fully in doing that with like COVID and everything happening, right? Or do you guys have any background on that?
I'm not actually sure about that.
I'm sorry,
they were fairly successful for a new startup company.
Yeah, I think I read an article back maybe on the Instagram page for Hungry Naru, where they had actually tried to sell some of these plushies back in the day and didn't have too much success in selling everything out. But nowadays, I mean, if you put one of these things out, I can't imagine those things won't sell out in minutes.
I'm just waiting for it. Yeah, we're waiting for it.
So, and then lastly, just wanted to kind of go through that. I appreciate that you guys, I know some of the top ones. I don't know if David if they've been fully doxed as far as face or anything like that.
No, they're not.
Right. So, and I know, but they are planning possibly to go be at CNFT though, right? Is what the plan is for them. Maybe we'll get a chance to see them.
Yes.
Maybe incognito.
Maybe no.
Maybe not. But David and Shannon so far are the founders on this. And they're two amazing people. I got a chance to watch, early last year, the CNFT interview with the two of them. It was great to hear from both of them. And they deal more inside the artist aspect of this, right? And obviously being the founders. But then getting into that, it gets a chance we get to see you guys on here as well. And this is where I recognize the PFPs. This is where it's so fun to get to, like we said, a chance to actually talk to you guys, because again, I love these PFPs, and SupFrost, dude, yours is probably one of my favorites. That little visor right there. It's definitely one of the most recognizable ones.
I like Zero Action's eye patch. I love that Pyro Skull.
Yeah.
Are these custom? Are they custom compared to are these they're not part of the 10K collection?
Oh,
no, it's ours.
We own them.
Are they? I did not know that. That's actually really cool. Did you guys mint any of these, or were you guys like, how did you guys go about getting those?
That's the first one I minted.
Really?
Damn, that's it.
Yep.
Wow. You have great luck over there.
How'd you choose yours, Fan2Robot? How'd you choose which one to use on your profile picture? I mean, it is a super clean one. I do like the Life Aquatic beanie and just the naked Naru, but how'd you end up deciding on which one to use?
It's hard to do so, but I like pink, and I like naked Hadaka when he doesn't have anything on his body. That I just vibe with it, honestly. I look at all of them, and if I vibe with one, I take it.
There you go.
I know that's such a commitment right there too. So if you guys ever do end up changing your stuff,
it's also fairly rare because it's the Hadaka.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's probably earning you some good staking rewards then, huh?
Yeah,
it is.
And then you guys have some social media and some mods and stuff there, as well as Daniel. I don't know if I'm maybe pronouncing that to you guys, but Daniel and Isaac, Minori, and then I know you guys are still working on some other Burrito, Hiker, and all these. So as we're kind of scrolling through this, the roadmap and all this, I love this part. It's just total domination with the burn over here as well. But I'll, basically this light paper or blue paper, what you guys are calling it, is kind of just the introduction to what the plans are for the next step for you guys. And I'm excited just to be able to start doing something with these Narus that we've now collected here for months, and start actually being able to utilize them and start seeing some of that utility. For you guys, what are your thoughts, kind of just overall, just taking away from where you guys are currently at? What are you guys just overall sentiment now that the white paper or light paper is about to come out?
I'm sure part of it's relief, because like you said, Fan2Robot, you've been stop and go or on and off. I assume it's been more on with how much you guys have been probably working on this since the new year started. I mean, just to think that, how long you've been, you said just all three working on the team as well. And then just from the 10K mint, how much I think they've kind of developed and really started kicking things in motion. You guys have been probably crazy busy. So is there, I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of work still to do. I know there is, but is it kind of nice now that the light paper has come out at the time of this release, and you guys can kind of take like a couple days and be like, all right, we'll let that simmer and see how it looks in the community?
No, I'm not taking any days off.
Just nonstop, keep going, ready to get that website out, get the staking going, right?
Yeah. I still have a kind of day job. I'm self-employed, but I still have a day job. So it's like waking up, kids to school, work the day job, dinner, and then working on Yummi all the time until like midnight, and then going to bed and repeat every day.
We can relate to that so much. It's the same kind of thing for us, but that's the dedication though that you guys are. I really appreciate that. And then
pay off, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
I'm super excited for the spring mint because we get another chance to get something super rare again. And
right, that's my favorite. That's why I collected
at a
so
pretty
many
cheap
of the Spoopies.
price actually. So
I actually just sold something earlier today. I'm probably gonna go pick up another Spoopy after this. So I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, and the spring ones are looking really nice. We've seen some previews, and
I'm super. My favorite is always getting to see the legendaries over there, of which what the newest rarities are, what I can hope to attain, but probably most likely won't, because I always get the commons anytime I get anything right now. That's one thing that I do appreciate. I'm really excited to see what you guys have cooked up over there for these next ones, because these are so much fun. And then on top of that too, I'm curious what the actual rankings will do as we go into this first staking period. And do we have an estimate? I know we were back at the end of this as far as like Q2 for the staking and stuff like this. Outside of the staking portion, once we get actually staked into this, start earning Yummi, you guys, the next kind of iteration for that is going to be focusing on getting everybody into the web app from there.
I'm sorry, to repeat, because I'm not really sure what you're asking.
So basically, after this, the staking has happened, and you guys are able to lock up the Narus. We get that going. Kind of the next plans moving forward.
Oh, I can take that. So once staking is done, we have to work on two fronts. We have to work on the web app front and the game front. Marketplace, but it's along with the web app. On the web app, we will have to work for Yummi staking. Like you will be able to stake the Yummi token for a right to governance and a yield. And well, the marketplace smart contract have to be done. And on the game side, we will have to come up with a whole document, the blue paper, where we explain everything about the game, every mechanics, how it works in depth, etc., and develop it. And of course, do our funding sale.
Absolutely. Well, I guess so. Next thing for everybody on the line now that we can all hope for is the spring Narus outside of the white paper itself. And do we have a timetable for when those are happening? Do we maybe month of April that springs will show up at some point?
Most likely mid spring.
Mid spring. Okay. That's what I'm excited for right now, because these are going to be so much fun. So yeah, we appreciate it. I just wanted to go ahead and showcase this out to you guys and say thank you guys for first off coming onto the stream and getting a chance to even talk to us. I mean, we're honored that we would even have a chance to do this. And then it's cool to hear the backstories from you guys, a little bit about what the people who are putting all this stuff to work. It's fun to see the artwork, but I know there's a lot of stuff that happens behind the scenes. So I just wanted to say really appreciate that, and thank you guys for what you guys are doing.
No problem. It was a pleasure to talk to you guys.
Yeah, thank you so much for having us on.
Yeah, I mean, not even the project. I know if people are active in your Discords and things like that, they'll definitely recognize all your names, because like Tommy said, your profile pictures, because we see them all the time. So it was definitely cool. When we first kind of got this group chat together to set this up tonight, even then I was like, I know all these names. All right.
Yeah. Cool. I think a lot of people will resonate with that inside the community as they watch these videos of like, hey, I saw you guys on there. It was awesome to see what you guys were talking about. So I can't wait to see some of the reactions to that as well. Is there anything as we wrap this up here, as we say wrapping up on the back end on our show, is there anything that you guys would like to kind of just say, or just kind of final words over here for you guys?
Yeah, I just want to thank the community. It's amazing the response we've seen in Discord so far, the hype leading up to today releasing the white paper. It's amazing to see them. Yeah.
Awesome. Oh, it's a strong one over there too. That's what keeps a lot of people in for sure. It's also a large community. I mean, that's something that's big with Yummi is the wallet distribution. There's a lot of people that have Yummis, especially with the seasonal ones out there as well. So there's a ton of people involved. So it's a great one to jump in if you're not in the Discord, or follow them on Twitter.
Yeah. Also a shout out to Isaac's mom.
David said something about that too when he was on our thing. He's like, Isaac's mom, shout out for watching right now. And I'm like, is there a community? I think Tom, you asked, is there a community mom that's watching right now?
Yep.
That's
oh
awesome.
yeah, what's up, Isaac's mom?
Oh.
Yeah, shout out.
Yeah, and then how about you, Fan? Any kind of final just thoughts?
I will go on the same way that Nick. Thanks for the community. Thanks for being here. For supporting us, for believing in us. This is also very important. And more so, we are the community. I started as a random, just going on the Discord, and Nick is the same. And all in all, we'll still have a long way to go. It's a multi-year venture, and we're very hyped about it. We are very, very excited to show you what we can build.
And that's the best. That's one of my favorite things when you have a team so passionate that you guys are also in on the project. Like you're working with it because you guys are already involved as fans. So that's the cool
and also
part of that.
Big Ada fans, and we really want to build something that will help Cardano grow as an ecosystem.
Yeah, you know, Dave didn't put out an ad in the classifieds and was just like, all right, this guy can make websites. Let's throw him in there. Like it was built with the community, and it's going to continue to be too. I know there's a lot of plans, you know, and hopefully as the future goes, we see a comic or a TV show. I know there's full ideas to get the community involved in that way down the line where help kind of design it. I guess my closing thing is what I'm so curious to see is is when we start getting packs and things like that and just seeing the community kind of start, you know, drawing lines in the sand and dividing on who they like the best. As we see, you know, right now we got Naru and that's it. But as they start getting more and more out, people are going to, you know, there's, especially like with Pokemon, there's people that, you know, Charmander or Bulbasaur or Squirtle that, you know, would fight over that. So as far as seeing the new ones that come out, I'm very excited.
Yeah. And you haven't seen the best yet.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 100%. I can imagine. I bet there's a lot more to go. I mean,
by the way,
tonight.
Oh, I was going to say before we go, we have a couple teasers that you guys wanted to show. Yeah, this is the best part. We get to go towards the end as I get to pull some of this stuff back up. So let me make my way through this again and see how this goes for you guys. A great picture there. Yes. Okay. So here's one of the new creatures. Do we have a name for this or a placeholder name? Shroom.
For now, it's most likely
in progress.
A work in progress. These are some of the designs for me that get me pumped and get me excited because I know like Pokemon and stuff, like where some of these might evolve into over time, or like you said, some may just become like the mascots and people attached to these different ones. Like Tom was saying, as more and more of them get released, is, you know, they're not always just going to the Naru. And then also one of the female trainers over here as well. If this will load. There, perfect. This to me was so cool looking. The artwork is so well done, and it feels like this could fit inside of any one of those universes, including Pokemon, and be perfectly like no problem, right?
Yeah, right at home, exactly. But it's going to be within the Naru. I mean, it does fit. You guys, it does have your own distinct style to it, though, is what I like a lot of, especially the monsters themselves. I guess is monsters the right word? I don't know.
Yummies.
Yummies. Okay, there we go. Of course, yeah.
Yeah, it's been really cool to see the first sketches and then see turn out to this. Basically, it's amazing.
Well, that's for me to you because you guys are fans at the end of the day too. So you guys are, as these start to come out, like what were your like initial reactions to seeing some of the creatures? Obviously, besides the Naru.
Also, you guys have your own favorites now too, like among the team, like where you guys kind of have your own that you prefer the most and.
Yes, we do.
I can imagine.
Definitely, but there's a lot of them. It's hard to pick.
It's hard to pick. Were you guys excited and pumped for this when they started to come out?
Oh my god!
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Whenever something new is posted in the Discord chat, it's like, wow, amazing.
Yeah.
Every time.
Oh man, because I know we are the same way. I think we saw Spike a little bit earlier too, and that one got me really pumped up. But even the trainers, like these are so well done. Like the art, like the way they've drawn these in, it gets me pumped, man. That's all I can say. So so anybody else who's out there, I know besides obviously some of these new designs out there too. Lastly, is there are the season 1. There's 7 cards, correct, from that are the Narus, that those will be playable in game. Is that right?
Later down the line, either we adapt it, and when you play the game and you have the NFT, you get a special card in the game, or we will airdrop a new one. We are not.
Okay, yeah, because those won't have anything to do with any kind of staking. Those will all be purchasable, or I guess technically you own them now, but any kind of feature stuff like that will be done through the Yummi token. As far as purchasing packs and stuff like that. So, okay. Well, I just wanted to showcase that off. Thank you guys for sharing this too. These are, again, so much fun to see some of this stuff. And again, the artwork is so well done. These guys did such a good job on the details. So thank you guys for sharing. This was so much fun just to kind of see some of that stuff. I get pumped every time I get to do this. So,
oh yeah, I'm super excited now.
We
We're gonna
appreciate
take a
you guys
nap
all.
until the middle of spring, so I can wake up when this next mint happens.
It's fun. So
Quiet
I appreciate
channel.
it. I appreciate you guys all jumping on. Thank you guys again for taking your time tonight to go ahead and talk with us. I'm big fans of everything that you guys are all working on, and I look forward to chatting with you guys in the Discord as this gets released tomorrow. And yeah, see everybody's initial reactions.
Thanks a lot.
Right.
Awesome, guys. Well, have a good night, and we really appreciate it.
Good night.
Good night.
Thank you.
Bye.